Alright, we're continuing where we left off last time, and hopefully we will figure it out. I'm gonna give a call to Jared again to see if I'm lucky enough to get him on the line. Saying something new. Preferably.
Hello?
Jerry, it's me.
What's up, Michael?
I found a safe box in a room upstairs. Would you happen to know the combination?
I think I should. Let me see. I did take note of the combination once, but I don't have it here right now. I'll give it to you tomorrow. Okay?
Great, thanks.
Okay, well that wasn't what I was hoping for. But that's good enough. Try again. Maybe I get lucky. Nope. Okay. I guess I really do need to do a little bit more exploring. 6 p.m. on the clock. So yes, I can't sleep yet, like the thing was saying. Oh, I haven't read this before. Okay, well, here we go. April 20th. During a fit of rage, I burnt my previous diary. Not that I regret it, as it is my disjointed notes were worth anything. The only proposed purpose was to keep me sane. Keep me sane? Yeah, I guess so. Not the same. Sane. I feel that this is my escape route, my only means of finding some inner peace. Whenever I put my pen to this paper, I feel that I can reflect upon my situation. I just wish I had more options. That's all. But I'm rambling. I must think clearly. Focus. Focus. May 12th. I've become an eternal guardian, stuck between few choices, none of which are good. Do I fulfill a promise and violate everything that I believe in, the very principles of my life, or am I condemned to spend the rest of my existence in this dead-end state, a ghost with no other purpose than just being here, watching? I truly have no escape. I can't find an appropriate solution to this problem, and I must pay the price. I'm a shadow of the man I used to be. Only these notes remain, my testament in these moments of meditation, my sole companion. June 26th. Today I spent the entire afternoon staring at the window. My mind blank. Oddly enough, I really didn't care. It seems now as though it was something natural for me, as part of my personality. But I know the reason very well. I've lost my soul. I'm an empty shell, devoid of any feelings. I renounced them that fateful day, and the worst thing is, I knew there were going to be consequences. No, that's not true. Consequences far worse than I expected. How could I be so blind? January 25th. I often wonder what would have happened if we had simply reversed it all. What would have happened if, right now, I came out and told the world what really happened? No, I'd end up rotting in jail, although that might be better. Destiny compared to this eternal suffering. November 17th. I can't say for sure when it began. I just heard them one morning coming from the next room. The whispers. Are they real? Have I been alone for too long? They won't stop. I can't stand it any longer. February 9th. Ever since I locked it away, that everything seems to have calmed down a bit. Perhaps James was right after all. It's madness, I know, but at this point, I'd be inclined to believe anything. May. Over the years, I was convinced that everything James suffered was a misfortune, a whim of destiny. For the first time ever, I'm not so sure anymore. I never thought it could happen, but I believe I understand now. For this is so them cursed by my soul. Poor James. If I had acted in another way, then maybe things would have worked out differently. But it's too late now, and I have to suffer my Calvary. September 13th. The noises are back, although this time they're different. Before, I'd only hear them inside my head as if someone or something was whispering, and how to put this, interrupting my thoughts. But now I can really feel spreading around the house. What are they? September. I've realized the noises are coming from down there. I don't want to think about it anymore. December. They are unbearable. They're getting worse at night. Oh, how I wish it would stop. What is going on down there? I don't dare go nearer. I don't want to know. May. God, how many years have passed? I've lost all sense of time. I have to get out of this place. The diary disturbed me in a way I couldn't explain, yet I felt curious about what had happened. That had been tormenting this poor fellow. What do I do now? Maybe he can calm me down.
Hello?
Jerry, it's me.
What's up, Michael?
Do you know anything about the
I guess I was
previous
right.
inhabitants of this house?
Not much. Just there were some strange individuals. There's also the murder.
You're kidding me. A murder?
An old-fashioned murder. You'd probably love the details, but sadly I don't know very much. It's old history, really. Although it caused quite a stir there in Rothbury. It seems the owner, James Blackwood, I think, went mad and killed his wife. I do remember the date, though. May 1963.
James.
Oh, that fits.
James Blackwood, according to the stuff I've been reading.
So you're already turning the place upside down? I should have thought so.
There's enough material for a whole series of stories here, you know.
After you finish your book, my friend.
This fits with the newspaper
It
theory
can never hurt
of earlier.
poking around a little.
Would you just get back to work? Call me if you need anything.
All right. Goodbye.
Let's go try that next. Let's hope I'm right. Otherwise, I'm going to be walking around for a long time. Looks like I was right. I looked at the date that Jerry told me and found an interesting article. The Journal. Northumberland Daily Newspaper. Tuesday, 25th May 1963. Terrible news shocks the community of Rothbury. Mr. James Blackwood, distinguished resident of this town and widely acknowledged construction engineer, was accused of murder yesterday by Miss Iva Marine, maid of the Blackwood family. While the nature of the situation is of the most unusual, given that Mr. Blackwood is a highly respected gentleman, Miss Marani, an Italian immigrant and aspiring photographer, affirms to have a photograph that supports this accusation. I know no one would ever believe me, so I took a picture of him. She says I was supposed to be in town during the afternoon, but I didn't have to. I didn't have any errands to do, so I was in my room and I saw the shadow out in the garden. When I glanced through the window, I just couldn't believe my eyes. The lady, oh God, the sole thought of it sent shivers down my spine. The photograph in question is in the possession of the authorities, and it has been revealed that it clearly shows Mr. Blackwood burying a shape in his garden. We can almost confirm that the shape is a body, says Police Chief William Bailey. But even if this image is not clear, this alone with Miss Marani's statement is enough to open serious case against Mr. Blackwood. Police officers are already heading to the Blackwood Manor as we speak. Up until this accusation, it was believed that Mrs. Catherine Blackwood was on a trip, according to the information we received from a school where she teaches. The police chief continues. A notice was sent to the teacher's department which stated that Mrs. Blackwood had to leave on a sudden trip and that she would make use of her license to do so. Miss Arani's accusation puts Mr. Blackwood in a very compromising situation. Even if we can't find anything in the garden, he has a lot of explaining to do. The efforts of Dr. Christopher Milton, one of Rothbury's most respected doctors and longtime friend of the Blackwood family, to minimize the facts have been unsuccessful, and the news is the subject of discussion throughout the whole town. Hundreds of rumors are coursing the land, theories ranging from plausible and well-conceived to wild and crackpot ideas. But the question that keeps lingering in everybody's mind, for which the answer is yet to be found, is why would a wealthy and educated man cold-heartedly murder his wife after 30 years of marriage? That's a very good question. I don't have a good answer either. Anything else here? Nope, that'll come to the same thing. So what do I do with this? Well, it's getting late. Perhaps it was a good time to go to sleep. Okay, well, now I know what I'm doing. For once, I actually am going to bed. In this freaky little house. Okay, little is not the right word, but still good enough. And after that, I will split it. I laid down on the bed. Okay, splitting it. See you guys next part.